Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Josh Mansfield, a teacher with the Demon, and with me is Nathan Fox, one of the founders of LSATdemon.com and the weekly podcast Thinking LSAT. Our email today is from Kimberly with the subject of deciding whether to apply this cycle. Nate, is this one you want to guess at what the answer should be?
The answer is almost always no, because there's just another cycle right after that. And
Right.
if you're even asking me this question, it means you don't have your best LSAT. You're not really ready. You're still probably studying for the LSAT. And if that's the case, then absolutely you should not apply this cycle.
I don't know
But
if I've ever heard this question be asked where my answer is when it's tied to LSAT or GPA related issues, where my answer is yes.
my response would just be, have you exhausted all 5 of your LSAT attempts?
Mm-hmm.
And if not, okay, well, have you achieved a really strong highest score? Like maybe you only took it twice, but you got a 176. Okay, fine.
Great.
Then sure, go ahead and apply this cycle. But that's not going to be the question, right? The question is going to be something like, oh, should I apply imperfectly? Probably not. I mean,
No.
why would you? Anyway,
All
Kimberly, I recently discovered your tutoring service and podcast, and it's all been so helpful! Exclamation point. Focusing on accuracy has really been the key to avoid panicking while studying! Exclamation point. I'm writing because I wanted to apply to law school this cycle. I started off with a 142 diagnostic score, and my most recent practice test score was 155 after preparing for 5 months. 13 points in 5 months, but that sounds like without the demon.
Mm-hmm.
The tutoring service I used focused heavily on question types and LSAT hacks, such as strong versus weak language, diagramming, etc. My studying was therefore primarily geared toward remembering the right formulas. I took the August LSAT, and even though I don't know my score, I know I won't be satisfied. However, I'm not sure if I will be where I need to be by the October LSAT. I'm under a lot of pressure to apply this year, but I don't want to apply unless I'm satisfied with my LSAT score. I'm low income and the sole provider for my household, which only consists of my elderly mother and I, so I worry a lot about financing law school. Do you think I can achieve a great score by October? I'm subscribed to LSAT Demon and have been studying for 2 hours every day after my 9 to 5 job at a legal nonprofit organization. Thank you in advance warmly, Kimberly. What do you want to say to Kimberly?
Kimberly, with the scores that you've described, a law degree is not your path to financial prosperity. It is 6 figures of debt and a mediocre income that you are earning while you have subsidized your classmates' $200,000 big law jobs and their full ride scholarships to get there. Kimberly, if you're worried about financing your law school education and you're worried about being a sole provider and low income, you should absolutely not be applying this cycle. And there's a possibility you shouldn't apply next cycle. You should apply when you have the best LSAT you possibly can get.
Yeah. Go to our scholarship estimator. It's lsatdemon.com/scholarships. Put in your undergraduate GPA, whatever that is, and put in like your current 155. Oh my God, that's going to get you shit offers everywhere. Like you're not getting anything anywhere. Put in 165 instead or 175 instead, and you'll start to see full ride plus stipend at amazing schools.
Full ride at part-time programs so you can keep working. Like
people regularly these days improve their score by 25, 30 points or more, and started with a 142 diagnostic. That's an excellent diagnostic that could easily land you in the high 160s or even in the low 170s or even high 170s. I mean, we have seen people improve by 40 points before. Kimberly doesn't even have 40 points to improve because she started off relatively solidly with a 142.
Yeah.
Kimberly, you have no business. What are you doing taking the August LSAT? Your practice tests didn't indicate you were ready. If you're currently registered for the October LSAT, you should withdraw, or you should reschedule for way down the road.
Yes.
I'm talking January or April. Like,
yeah.
Just not
push
now.
it.
Not even in 2025. Like, just don't. Don't take the LSAT again. Don't even register again until your PTs are like 165 or higher. And that's what's going to make a huge financial difference for you your elderly mother and the rest of your family. I don't know who is pressuring. Who do you think is pressuring Kimberly?
I don't know.
Mom?
Mom or TikTok. I
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I had a student I worked with, and she's like, I just feel like I have to take this exam. And I said, why? Who is telling you that? She's like, well, TikTok is. I was like, oh,
What?
yeah. She's like, everyone on TikTok is like, it's a competitive cycle. Like, just like it's gonna just keep getting more competitive. Just you need to get your application in.
Bullshit.
I know.
What? TikTok thinks it can predict what's going to happen next cycle?
Well,
Come on.
It's clickbait. It's for views.
Yeah. It's just
Don't
bullshit.
trust them.
No, nothing ever changes. I mean, the one thing that can change is Kimberly, as an LSAT student, can dramatically change her understanding of the test.
Yes.
And until that happens, absolutely, imagine how insane that is. Well, no, I have to hurry up and take it right now with my 155 practice test scores because next cycle might be even more competitive. What? So you're going to get your ass kicked this cycle so that you can inevitably just end up going into next cycle anyway? I mean, this is not going to work out. Like this is not the cycle for you, Kimberly. This is 100% next cycle or the cycle after that. Because you shouldn't be thinking about taking the LSAT once. You should be thinking about taking it 5 times if necessary.
Yeah.
And you're not ready to take it in October. I mean, I suppose you could be between now and then, but you've still got some ways to go. It just doesn't really seem super likely that you're going to be ready for October.
Here's what I would say as well. If she is scoring in the mid 160s by October, I'd still tell her to wait, because if you can jump 10 more points in 2 months, you can get to 175.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but she needs multiple bites at the apple, right?
Yes.
We don't want her taking the October test as like, okay, this is my last chance for this cycle.
You've missed the application cycle already at that point. Don't do that.
Kick the can down the road to January. Like, you could take it in January, April.
You skip February.
June.
You got February. January, February, April,
February.
June, August. Well, she's already
January,
used once.
February. Yeah, I mean, she's already taken it once. Wait, is that right?
She took it in August.
Oh, she did take it in August.
She took it in August. So she could February, April, June, August.
Yeah, February, April, June, August. Or January, February, April, June.
Sure.
If you're ready by January.
Yeah.
But I don't see any need for you to take it before then, because you are 100% next cycle if you're going to follow our advice. Take all the pressure off. Worry only about learning the maximum about this test. Hopefully, by the time January or February rolls around, you're solidly scoring in the 165 range or higher. And it's just a whole completely different world. You're like dramatically... I don't care if the cycle, maybe next cycle is 50% more competitive, but you're going to be like a 500% better applicant.
Right.
I'm not lying.
Yeah. No, I know you're not.
I don't think 500% is an exaggeration.
Yeah.
The difference between 165 and 155, that's 155 is a clear deny at some schools where 165 is a full ride plus stipend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 500% or like 1,000% different applicant if you get those 10 points. And who gives a shit? You'll be way better off even in a more competitive cycle.
Yeah.
Which we have no evidence that that's going to be the case.
Right.
I mean, we have to plan on, if anything, regression to the mean. This was an unusually competitive cycle. I would not then bet that next year will be even more unusually competitive than that. Instead, I would say, oh, well, these things do tend to ebb and flow. And
well, Nate, I think this all comes from a really pernicious and common attitude, which is students feel blessed to be admitted.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I got in. What a privilege.
Yep.
You ready for the craziest thing I saw on Reddit this week? Student posted on, I think it was University of San Diego. Were there any name tags not picked up at orientation? Because I'm on the wait list and I'm ready to come if they can get me in.
What?
They're hoping that students are just not showing up who reserved their seat, not at orientation, asking if they should be emailing the dean with the names of people who didn't show up to check if a spot will open up.
I just had to quickly look at the financing at University of San Diego Law
Oh boy.
School.
Let's.
You can find this information really easily at lsatdemon.com/scholarships. And
Mhm.
if you click on San Diego, you'll see the tuition roll call, which is a visualization of who pays at a school like this. Um, they give discounts to 88% of the class. So there are 12% of the class who pay full price. And yeah, that whoever this is saying, hey, did anybody not pick up their name tag? I'm ready to come. Really? You want to pay the $64,700 tuition at a school that's ranked like 100th in the country? I mean, sometimes people are just really rich and,
Sure.
spoiled and lazy, and they don't care because mom and dad are paying for it. And they really do want to squeak in. But I don't think people taking the time to listen to our podcasts are in that camp, or at least that's not the type of people that I'm trying to help, because those people don't need help. If you really just don't care about the money, well, then what are you even doing? Just whatever.
Get,
Apply, go to
do what
school.
you want.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's
But
not Kimberly.
no.
That's not
Kimberly's
Kimberly.
supporting her whole family.
Yeah.
So for Kimberly, you need to be the 1% of students at San Diego who are there on a possible stipend, or you need to be in the 46 other percent of the class that's paying something less than half tuition.
Right.
That's really, really important. Let me see what their grant amounts are at that school. 75th percentile grant at University of San Diego in the full-time program is $47,000. So those aren't full tuition scholarships. You're still on the hook for almost 20 grand a year, which is a
Right.
lot. But also bear in mind, 25% of the scholarship recipients could have gotten an offer even higher than that,
Right.
which could have included all $64,700 of the tuition and $499 of the fees. As long as it doesn't cover every dollar of tuition and fees, they don't have to report it as a full ride.
Right.
And just looking at the numbers here, San Diego's on my short list of schools that is probably gaming that system.
I would agree with that.
Because really, you don't give any full rides? I doubt that. I think you're just not quite covering the fees, and it's basically a full ride,
Uh-huh.
but you just don't call it that.
Hey, Nate, do you want to hear something else that's fun?
Yeah.
25th percentile LSAT, 157.
Uh-huh.
75th percentile, 163.
Yeah, so
Kimberly,
perfect, right?
You go
Exactly.
below 75th to above 70, or below 25th to above 75th with 10 more points.
Yeah, and so that's where, again, Kimberly becomes a 500% better applicant with 10 more LSAT points, because where she currently is, they probably just deny her.
Yes.
Or if they...
she's one of the 12%, one of the 100 people that are going to be paying full
if
price.
If they deign to admit her, she's so
Mhm.
privileged to get in. Oh, yeah, but no, you're going to be paying full freight at a mediocre at best school. And 10 more LSAT points. Now, all of a sudden, you're on the other end of their LSAT spectrum entirely. And they're giving you, I would say, at least $47,000. If you're above their 75th percentile LSAT, then you should be getting one of the very best scholarships they have to offer.
Yeah. Don't apply. That's
not this cycle.
Hey, look at that, Nate. We were right.
Yeah.
The answer to the question was no, you shouldn't apply this cycle. And anybody else who has that question, I mean, we'll read your emails, but our answer is probably going to be the same.
And before we let Kimberly go, I mean, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you could maybe play this for whoever it is in your life that's pressuring you to apply right now. But I mean, I just want you to think, whoever this is that's giving Kimberly this advice, you're pressuring her to incur $250,000 of debt that is optional. She does not have to incur that debt. And if she studies for a few more months and gets 10 more LSAT points, which I think she can do, she's going to end up saving herself $250,000.
And it's not just $250,000. It's by the time interest and you're making the payments over, some people never pay those loans off.
Yeah. Plus, because of the interest. Plus, I mean, even putting that aside, Kimberly might go to a better school. I mean, there are
better
a lot
outcomes.
Better schools out there,
Yes.
and those schools launch people on completely different trajectories for their legal career. I don't know what Kimberly actually wants to do, but depending on what kind of aspirations she has, and I mean, with a 155, Kimberly, there's just so many doors that are going to be closed to you. You don't even know what opportunities are out there. With a 165 or a 170, you start seeing doors open where, really big shit happens. And
Yep.
that's probably where you would prefer to be my guess.
Definitely the case.
Okay.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you would like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.